Everybody, welcome to Coding Institute channel. Today's video, we are going to learn about Next.js. Next.js is a full stack framework. It uses React for its front end, and you can also write your Node.js server-side JavaScript code into the same framework. And we can bundle all this up into one package and then deploy it with one click to a company called Vercel. Now, Vercel is the maintainer of Next.js. Vercel is a hosting company, and they make really easy for us to deploy Next application to their hosting cloud. Now, this is going to be a comprehensive course for Next.js. We're going to talk about a lot of features in this video, 17 topics to be exact. Now, this tutorial is official, right? This is actually coming from nextjs.org/learn. So this is something that they published. This video is going to follow that tutorial and only going to serve as an assistive video resource if you want to see someone do it. Let me tell you what we're going to build in this video though. This is going to be a dashboard. So the Acme is an imaginary company. It will have a home, invoices, customers. You can see there's a dashboard, invoice, and the ability to create invoices. So it will also have a public homepage, as you can see here. It will have a login page, a dashboard pages that are protected by authentication, the ability for users to add, edit, and delete invoices through this. All right, so we are going to talk about, just to give you what are the topics, there are 17 topics, each are going to be timestamped, so you can actually come back later, click on that timestamp, go straight to that. So we're going to talk about styling, how you style your Next.js application, optimization, font, and images. We're going to talk about routing, how to create nested layouts, pages using file system routing, data fetching, search and pagination, mutating data, error handling, form validation, authentication, and at last, we're going to create our own metadata for social sharing. Now, there is a prerequisite knowledge required for this particular course. This course assumes you have a basic understanding of React and JavaScript. If you're new to React, we recommend going through the React Foundation course that Next.js publishes. Also, I have React Introduction course that I will link in the card and the description. Also, if you don't know what JavaScript is and you just want a refresher, I do have JavaScript and also TypeScript courses in my channel. Link in the description and in the cards. Do check them out first before you jump into a framework like Next. All right, system requirements. You do have to have Node.js installed on your computer and the version it requires, because we are going to talk about Next.js 14, right? And it requires Node.js 18.17.0 or later. So go check out in your terminal, right? Also, you will need a GitHub account, because whatever we're going to do, we are going to push this to a GitHub repository. And from that GitHub repository, we are going to deploy our application to Vercel. Now, you will also need a Vercel account. Don't worry, we are going to create the Vercel account in this tutorial, and I'll show you where to go from where. Okay, all right, so let's get started. We are going to go ahead and copy command right here. Now, what this command is doing, this is npx. Basically, I have Node installed in my computer. So npx is an executable. It's going to install this for us. So npx, and then this is the command, create-next-app at latest. This is actually going to create the whole Next application. Here, you can provide the folder name. So we are calling it Next.js-dashboard. Or if you have already created a folder beforehand, then you can just put like a /. That basically means the current folder. Wherever you're in, just download everything there. We don't have it. We are going to create the folder. So we're going to write Next.js-dashboard. And this is just, so by default, I think Next.js comes with npm and Node, but you have the option to provide the flags. So use dash, you can use pnpm if you want. You can use yarn if you want. So here it is, we are using by what is default, which is npm. And then we are doing -- example, and then GitHub Vercel next learn main dashboard starter example. Now this is actually what it's going to do is actually git clone all this information from this GitHub account, the starter example. So let's go ahead and enter this one, and it's going to do its thing. It is telling me that it needs to install the following package. That's fine. I want it to install this one. And now it's going to download all the files for me here. Perfect. So it did install it, and as you can see here, there are some npm run dev starts the development server. It's actually giving us some hints how we can run our application. What we're going to do here, we are going to go cd next.js dash dashboard slash, and let's go ahead and open this up into our Visual Studio Code. And the first thing I'm going to do is make the font size bigger, so you can see it better. Okay, so this is the starter example, and as you can see here, there are the folder. So let's talk about the folder structure a little bit. So first thing is going to be our app directory. So app directory will contain all the routes, components, and logic for your application. This is where you'll be mostly working from. Okay, so under app, we have the lib folder. Libs, short for library, contains functions used in your application, such as reusable utility functions and data fetching functions. We also have app/UI, and that contains all the UI components for your application, such as cards, tables, and forms, basically design system, right? So we have some customers, as you can see here. A lot of codes are already prepared for us. We have our invoices, we have a logo, we have the button that is also styled. And as you can see here, these are Tailwind CSS. We're going to talk about this in a little bit. The next there, we have our public directory. Now, public directory contains all the static assets for your application, such as images. So all the images, static assets that you want to provide to your application are going to stay in the public directory. We have the scripts directory. Now, this script directory does not come as default when you're just starting your Next.js application from scratch. This is going to be part of this starter example, and this is just going to have a seeding script that you will use to populate your database in later chapters in the video that I'm going to show you. And next up, you will see there are a bunch of config files, next.config.js file. We have Tailwind config ts file. This application is using Tailwind, and we have TypeScript ts config file. When you're building user interfaces, it helps to have some placeholder data. So if a database or API is not yet available, we can use placeholder data in JSON format or as a JavaScript object, right? We can also use a third-party services like mock API. For this project, though, we have provided some placeholder data in the app and in the library folder. And as you can see here is a placeholder-data.js. Now, each JavaScript object in the file represents a table in our database that we're going to create in later. All right, so I talked about tsconfig.json, that we are actually using TypeScript. I do have a TypeScript full course, so go check that out. All right, so for now, take a look at the app. So here we manually define the types that we will be returned from the database. For example, the invoices table has the following types. Look at this. It's an ID, which will be a string type. Customer ID will be a string type. Amount will be a number type. And date will be a string type. Now, by using TypeScript, we can ensure that we don't accidentally pass the wrong data format to our components or databases. So like passing a string instead of number to invoice amount. All right. Now, there are third-party ORM available for creating types for your database properties. For example, Prisma ORM is one, Drizzle is another one, and they're actually going to create the types automatically. All right, so let's go back to our terminal now, and let's go ahead and I'm going to write npmi. npmi is short for npm install. So what it's going to do is it's going to install all the packages that needs for this particular application. And now what we can do is we're going to say npm run dev. This is the one that when we installed it, it told us that you have the script available. In fact, let me go ahead and take a look at the application here and close this. I'm going to go to the package.json, and here you can see scripts. So one of the scripts is dev, which will basically run this command, next dev. Now enter. Should start our project, and as you can see here, this is on the localhost 3000, and there you go. This is our home page. Okay, and it looks like this with this humongous arrow. Now the first thing you see is that it looks ugly because it does not have any styling. So let's talk about CSS styling.